All right, this is the one you all called in your voting. You all wanted this one. This is our game of the week. We got Pokeaim versus Aaron Cybertron Zheng, week 4 action. Here we go, starting with the preview. Then we're going to get into the actual match itself. Live commentary, I'm going to react. I have not seen this game. I'm seeing it just like you guys are. But at the same time, I'm just going to react to what I was expecting to happen and this and that. I might allude to some of those things, but I do have Terra types and I do have game plans for both players, what I think they should do. Let's dive into it. So, Joey this week has Archaludon, Basculegion, Pelipper. We got the Greninja, Comfey, and Jolteon. We are 4 for 6. Yeah, we thought that they were going to bring the... I actually don't have what I thought they were going to bring. Basculegion I didn't have on my list, and Comfey. I think I had the... what's that Pokemon that he grabbed? Levitate, Psychic. Anyway, we'll go over it after, but it was a different Turcum setter, and Basculegion I didn't have on there either. But we do have the Terra types. We have Ghost on the Jolteon. We got Pelipper with Ground. We've got the Archaludon with Grass. Basculegion with Ghost. Greninja with Water. Looks like an offensive one. Comfey with Grass. Nice defensive Terra. Let me see. So what does Joey need to do to find success in a matchup like this? Because we're looking at Aaron's team. We know he's got the 2-2-2. He decided to bring his Tatsugiri. It looks like a Storm Drain this week because there's no Dondozo, and you have the Pokeaim there, which goes into his team very well. But Joey doesn't have his Lightning Rod user this week, so he's actually got the Jolteon instead with Bolt Absorb, so it is an immunity. I do see Terra Ground on the Pelipper here, Terra Grass on the Comfey, and you have a Resist in the Archaludon, but just watch out for that close combat. So he is... It's not like Electric just destroys his team, but you can only Terra one of them. That's the thing. So that's just something he's going to have to navigate around. I think keeping the rain up is going to be a big deal, especially with the Prankster Sunny Day on the other side with that Murkrow that's sitting right there. Once Aaron finds out that the ability shield is on that Pelipper, he's going to just be able to have that Sunny Day. I can actually see him going for... maybe like a Weezing something lead to start, and if the rain does go up, you have like that Murkrow just as an option. But at the same time, Aaron's a very creative player, and I'm not really exactly sure what he's going to do and all the different techs he has to stop it. But we did hard predict something on his side that would look good as well. I do think that slacking is the biggest threat on the other side of the field right now. I think your team deals with Goldengo okay. Like, you do have, like, the Archaludon there, which doesn't take super crazy amounts of damage, especially with the AV. So I'm not exactly sure if that Goldengo is the answer for that. But that slacking, it just gets a lot of different coverage, hits on the physical side, so it gets around that AV. So as long as... but again, I'll get into Aaron's game plan in a second. But yeah, keep the rain up. Watch out for that slacking. Kind of neutralize it the best you can. And I think that'll lead to a victory for Pokeaim. As for Aaron, we got the slacking, Weezing, Tatsugiri, Goldengo, Pokeaim, Murkrow. I don't have any Terra types because Aaron's perspective is not up yet, but I think that Pokeaim, when he was doing his Terra types in the beginning of his video, mentioned that Tatsugiri is Terra normal, so it actually walls his Basculegion because Water and Ghost moves. You have the Storm Drain ability to be completely immune to all the Water moves, and you have the Terra normal to be immune to the Ghost moves on the Basculegion, like Last Respects, right? So that is a very cool idea that Aaron has. Again, I don't know the sets. We're just kind of guessing based on what we have so far. Yeah, we don't have any Terra types, so we're going to find them out as we go. Aaron, I think that understanding that there's no Lightning Rod on the other side of the field, how is he going to utilize his Electric moves against this team? Because again, Electric just looks so good into Joey's team. I think that finding a special way to do it, or find a way to navigate that Jolteon and maybe draw out an early Terra, might actually be the way that Aaron could actually get the win here. So let's see how he navigates that. And also, I think that saving his Terra defensively against that Archaludon and Basculegion is going to be key, because those things hit so freaking hard. So hard. So if he can kind of save his Terra defensively maybe early on in the set, just to find out information, find out exactly how Joey wants to play, it might actually help him with leading to a victory. So let's dive into it. I think last week, funny thing is I hit play and I did the analysis of what I thought they were going to do right here when he started, but it only had like 30 seconds left, and he did it this week as well. So I'm going to talk about what I think they should lead and things like that before I hit play. That way I'm not scrambling with 30 seconds left. But without further ado, let's hop into it. Let me see. I didn't see the preview of Joey's of exactly what he was planning on doing. I think Greninja, because it's so naturally fast, I can see him doing something like that. And a Life Orb Terra Water in the rain is just going to do a lot of damage. So I can see him leading that Greninja maybe with the Pelipper. The Arch probably in the back, why not? And I think the Jolteon, the way that he didn't bring Lightning Rod, so I do think that this thing has to be there, especially with choice specs. Yikes. We had more of an offensive one in our preview as well, which we'll go over after the video is over as well, reacting to their match. So I can see something along those lines. We'll have to see what he does. And then on Aaron's side, I think that the Tatsugiri might not come game 1, but I think that, like, he can go so many different ways. Like, just go Slacking's Weezing and then wait to see what he wants to do. He's got no fighting type aside from Body Press. Like, I don't know exactly what his answer is for the Slacking. It could have a defensive Terra, maybe Water or Grass or something to get around his rain mode with the Water. But again, we don't have the Terra type on the Slacking right now. So I think that's kind of safe. Goldango doesn't look fantastic here. Maybe leave it home game 1, or you just go for the Murkrow and just go for that Sunny Day stuff right off the bat, because it doesn't look like Joey's team wants Sunny Day at all. So let's hit play here and just kind of see what exactly they're planning on doing. So Joey wants to go with the Basculegion, the Jolteon, and then, okay, so he's not bringing the Comfey or the Greninja. Okay, I'm curious what he's gonna do here. I'm also really curious of what, oh. He's going for the plug. That's awesome. I'm not even gonna skip it just to help him out, so. That's funny, he's promoting his own stuff. That's wicked. Why not, right? Let me see what he has here. I should react to his product. Hydration, why not? Oh, I did see that sweater. That Dragonite sweater is actually wicked. 60 bucks? That's not bad for a sweater. And when he was wearing it in his stream last night, it actually looked really comfortable. So yeah, go for it. Pink, not for me. Let me see. I like the kind of like that taupe color one. That's not bad. I wasn't expecting to react to a product line, by the way. But I also don't want to skip it because I like him. And I want to do him a favor. God, is this on his website or is he using something else? Probably his website. Because this definitely looks like... It's almost like G Fuel or something like that. Alright. No, that's really cool. I actually haven't seen anybody throw it in like that right before a match. It's not a lot of big Draft League players, but Joey is definitely one of them. Alright, Weezing Slacking, so he did it. He did it. Out of the way. Out of the way. There we go. Okay, so I think that Jolteon's not looking too bad. Like... let me... Endeavor. Okay, so he is Focus Sash Endeavor, but he has no Protect on that Basculegion. That's kind of tough. I did say that Weezing having Choice Specs looked really freaking good this week. Just whip out like a Choice Specs D-Gleam on Weezing. I don't know the Terra type. You could do defensive or offensive on a set like that. So, oh, I wish we were watching Aaron's perspective right now, just because I called that one this week. I actually think we had the predictions of what sets I thought, sorry, that all the viewers or everybody on the channel subscribed thought he was going to bring. And apparently Lapras was like the one everybody thought was going to bring 100%. Like there's no question in their minds and it's not even here. So I thought it was a decent bring, but all right, let's see. Weezing protects, so no specs, so I'm wrong. Unless it's a protect specs Weezing. Volt Switch, that's a nice set. I think that actually taught, yeah, that actually showed Aaron a lot of what the options were. Knockoff, very nice. That is so strong. That's crazy. Let's see. And Liquidation. It's going to do a chunk. Oh my goodness, that's so bulky. Defense drop's nice. But now you got to watch out for that Volt Switch. He's locked into it. We do have Palmot in the back potentially that has Volt Absorb. So I can see that. But I can also see like... Can you switch out? I think you can switch out the Weezing here right now and not have to worry about him loping around, but that does happen before the turn starts, so maybe I actually think if you switch it out, because technically Truant was never really in play turn 1, so I think you could switch it out now and be fine. Volt Switch is really going to hurt, but I think you could just double that Slacking. It's unlikely to have Protect, right? Yeah, let me see. It does get Sucker Punch, so that actually might be an interesting thing on Slacking right now. Knockoff and Sucker Punch, I can see it. Volt Switch goes into that slot. This is going to do a lot. It's probably AV. Yeah, he's calling AV as well. It's pretty much like the main... Is this Pelipper? And then you get the speed... You won't get the speed advantage, actually, because your ability's off. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. But if there's a ground move coming into that slot, that's not a bad switch in. I don't mind that. Double Edge, that's going to hurt. Yeah. Recoil. Let's see what the Weezing does here. D-Gleam? Endeavor. Wow. Nice job. T-Bolt. I knew it would have T-Bolt. He read it too. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. He went for the T-Bolt into the Volt Absorb mod. That's so wicked. Good read. Very nice. I guess he figured Double Edge would pick up the Jolteon anyway. Goes first, and if it doesn't, yeah, that's really nice. Great job. That turn hurt. That turn really hurt. Let's see. So Joey does have the speed advantage, and he has no HP left on his side. So is this a protect with the Weezing, and then you just go for damage with Slacking or something? I don't know if you have a switch in for this. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. If you just double that Slacking, like especially knowing it's AV, I think you just double the Slacking here. I don't know what Weezing's really doing to you right now. Probably maybe a Dazzling Gleam in this situation. Yeah, it would have Sucker Punch last turn. I don't think, unless he was predicting like a Protect or something, but it does get Sucker Punch. I just don't think he would have it at this point, or else he would have last turn. It's funny, like looking at that pose of Slacking, I don't think it's got Sucker Punch in it. Look at it, it just looks way too comfortable. Swole. Who's Swole again? Yeah, Arch, yeah. Volt Switch, yeah, knocks it out. And this is free damage. If it's a D-Gleam, we'll take it. It's not going to do a lot without specs, so... That's a Volt Switch, back into the Basculegion. So if he targeted that slot, spread, Basculegion has to come in. And did he go for spread? That would activate Stamina. Dazzling Gleam, there it is. That knocks out one. And yeah, and that's just AV confirmed on that Archaludon because it just took nothing. Did it get the stamina boost? No, it wouldn't because neutralizing gas is on the field. Wow, I forgot that. Weezing games are fun. I think we can guarantee that there's going to be a Protect on that Weezing this turn. Like this upcoming turn is like 100% a Protect on that Weezing. I feel like a double attack there would have been just fine for Joey. I don't know why. I guess he was really afraid of a Sucker Punch, but based on that last turn, I don't know why he wouldn't have Sucker Punched there and went for that Double Edge. So I would have played into him not having Sucker Punch there. It's easy for me to say sitting in the chair here, but he does a lot of mocks, I know. But let me see. So Aaron's really thinking about this right now. Yeah, I don't think it has a fire move. Goldango, okay. Yeah, now that Pelipper's gone and Basculegion's gone, honestly, this Goldango does not look too bad, but Joey's got to have Shadow Ball, right? Yeah, Electroshot, Terra. Yeah, Terra, yeah, as long as the Weezing goes down here, I think you're okay. Yeah, you just Electroshot. Again, we don't know the Terra on the Pokemon on his side, so Electroshot does seem like it'd be fine into the Goldango. Based on Terra, I don't think it'd be Terra Grass. I don't think it'd be Terra Ground, or else this is too risky. Dude, I would just go for an attack into the Weezing, man. Like, why not? This is risky. You go for spread damage. Yes, if you miss that one, you're in a bit of trouble, especially with the Terra Grass. Murkrow in the back, he's saying? Maybe? That's a really passive Pokemon to have in the back row. Yeah, there's the grass. Okay. And what's he gonna do here? Protect, makes sense. And is he just hoping for the free switch? So he's not protecting with the Weezing. That makes sense. And this just hits the Weezing, right? 95% accurate. There it is. I would have missed. All right, so how did Aaron want to set up? This is his end game that he wanted. This is the secondary mode that he went for. And he set it up. So he doesn't need... This is... Oh, yeah, so you get the special attack, but the attack doesn't go into it. So, Goldango, I'm curious how much a Make It Rain will do to that Jolteon. Not a lot. It's Life Orb chip only... Oh, no, it's Specs. Never mind. I had Life Orb on mine. Tatsugiri. Okay, so that's just... This Tatsugiri doesn't really look comfortable right now, does it? I think you just do the same thing. You Electro Shot the Goldango, and then you go for a Thunder. Electro Web. I guess you have to watch out for the Scarf Tatsugiri. He clicked that quick. See, I would just start going for... Oh, because he's locked into Electro Web. That's why. Oh, crap. I forgot. See, that's the thing when he went for that Electro Web, man. Like, you're locked into that for the rest of the game. Like, that's a spec set. I know this is going to do a lot of damage, but, man, you could have done a lot more. Double Electro damage, maybe not. So, Aaron's got a Terra here, right? No. Icy Wind. So, it is Scarf. It is Scarf. And then, is this a Make It Rain? What happens here? Make It Rain goes off. How much does this do? No. Yeah, so Electro Shot definitely takes out that Goldango here at +2. It's gotta. And then that Tatsugiri's locked into Icy Wind, and I just don't think you... I don't think you can win with that. Yeah, especially with the damage into the Goldango just there. So Goldango's dead. Tatsugiri, Icy Wind is just not going to get it done, so... But he does have the speed advantage, so crit? I don't know. Actually, wait a second. Icy Wind might pick up that Arch. Wait, he went across? Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Yeah, he does lower the speed, I guess. So, yeah, Make It Rain crit, maybe? I don't know. He's locked in... I think you have to go after the Arch right now, because... Electro Web goes off. Yeah, now Arch outspeeds. That does so much damage. That's so stupid. Oh, Make It Rain. So he is still faster. Yeah, and then Jolteon. It all comes down to an Electro Web miss, doesn't it? Electro Web miss. He's already attacked. Yeah, there's the Life Orb. Yeah, so Joey wins game 1. I didn't see the Life Orb the last turn, so... Alright, Aaron loses game 1. I didn't mind his game 1 strategy going for the Weezing slacking. I just don't think the Tatsugiri was a great bring. I feel like you could just navigate that Basculegion, but it's just so strong, right? So as long as you have the speed advantage over it, not having Sucker Punch really hurts. Like, it sucks not to have it. But what is Aaron gonna do to kind of get around that? Because this team just has so much out-of-the-box damage. Yeah, again, I still think that the Rain lead is not bad, and then you just have... Yeah, honestly, if you go Pelipper and Jolteon, now you really threaten that Murkrow if he leads it, right? Pelipper, Jolteon, just do it. Yeah, Jolteon lead. Go the Pelipper. Make him click Sunny Day. What's he gonna do? Come on, do what I'm telling you to do. Go Pelipper. Pelipper, if you lead the Jolteon, then that threatens... Yeah, there you go. Nice. And then the back row has to be Arch. It's too good. And the question is in the back... Oh, he's not going to do it. 40 seconds. Let's see. What's Aaron going to do? I don't mind the Palmot lead. But I think just Weezing slacking might be fine as well. Goldango... I don't know. Seeing how little damage that did... I don't know if I liked that being brought. I think Weezing slacking Palmot was pretty good too. Natural speed advantage. And it's immune to the speed drops from the E-Web, so why not? Yeah, he's just going to go with what I was saying him to do. And then Arch, yeah. That I think is a very good adjustment by Joey, even though he won. But I like that a lot. What's Aaron going to do? He's taking his time. I just think Weezing slacking's fine again, or you just go the Murkrow. Because Joey didn't lead his Rain last time, right? So if you lead the Murkrow, you're at a risk of losing it. I also don't think bringing it in the back is very good either. So Tatsugiri Goldango, okay. So this does give him the speed control, but also Joey has speed control as well. So is this a Tailwind here? But I do think the Thunderbolt makes sense as well. So you know what'd be great? Hold on. You know what'd be great? If Joey went for a Volt Switch into the Tatsugiri, but at the same time, he does have the... Yeah, he does have the Scarf Icy Wind. So I'm trying to think how this turn order would work. So I was thinking he could Volt Switch with his Jolteon, but hard switch out the Pelipper. And then you can... Yeah, Volt Switch out. No, I was trying to get the Jolteon back on the other side of the field. The only way that would work is if he had U-turn on the Pelipper. So I'm curious how he's going to do this. Volt Switch does look good, though. Volt Switch into the Tatsugiri. You know it doesn't have Protect. And I also don't think Goldango, aside from a T-Bolt's going to do much. Maybe the Arch switches in here. You get the Stamina boost, and you take the Make It Rain. I don't think he's doing it. You take the Thunderbolt. Shadow Ball, I don't think is super great. I would just go for a hard switch and a Volt Switch here. But what's he doing? See, he's going for that. I just think hard switch into the Arch. Arch actually doesn't look bad here, especially... Oh, Dragon Pulse. So that would have done a bit to the Arch if I switched it in. Then there's the Volt Switch. Wow. That did a lot of damage. What is he switching in here, though? The Arch? It's got to be the Arch now, right? Yeah. It's the only safe switch in, because if he uses Make It Rain here. Shadow Ball go... Oh, just doubles the Pelipper. There goes your Rain. Alright, so yeah, that Volt Switch damage was very significant. And then the Life Orb chip. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess... I think he said he's trying for Trick Room, no? Yeah, he's locked into Dragon Pulse, so I can see Tatsugiri switching here. I think you go for... yeah, Electroshot into the Tatsugiri and Draining Kiss into the Tatsugiri or Trick Room. Yeah, I guess that Aaron's team isn't exactly slow, so Trick Room, this is probably the chance you have. But if he makes it, if he uses Make It Rain here, this is a pretty big read. If he goes for Make It Rain, this is done. I think that's a pretty safe guess. I don't think he's gonna go for a Make It Rain here, but maybe to get rid of the maybe to get rid of the Comfey, that makes sense. But yeah, you have no speed control right now. Well, I guess actually Goldango probably outspeeds Arch, so that's not too bad. So, is that Terra Grass on the Arch? Oh, Goldango. Terra what? Terra Fighting, Terra Blast? Oh. Oh no, he doubled it too. Later, Arch. What a great turn. So we got Terra Fighting on the Goldango. Yeah, peace. Well, it is AV. It's Life Orb, though. It definitely picks it up. Yeah. Oh, that's a good turn. Yeah, no, it didn't matter. Come on. No. With the Dragon Pulse damage. So, but now you have to get that Tatsugiri off the field this turn. You have to. You definitely have to, because you can't be locked into Dragon Pulse. But here's the thing. Draining Kiss is now priority into that Goldango and definitely picks it up. So you can protect with this side slot. You set Trick Room for your Jolteon, man. Goldango probably... I think a Protect switch here for Aaron makes sense. Protect with the Goldango, switch in something else. But what is this Jolteon doing? I think this game's just over, isn't it? Yeah, it's just Aaron can't really do any damage safely this turn. He has to play a little more passive. Yeah, Jolteon's kind of uncomfortable, isn't it? But that Comfey's pretty comfortable. That's not bad. He's got Worry Seed. That's so jokes. I actually called that earlier in the season. I think it was Whimsicott using Worry Seed on the Weezing to get rid of neutralizing gas. I thought that would have been really cool. But he's running on his Comfey. Tatsugiri, this got to be a switch. I mean, a Protect on the Goldango. Slacking comes in. Okay. And I guess that confirms Weezing in the back. Yeah. Yeah, Switch Protect, by the way, is one of the best plays in VGC, guys. It's just so easy to use. I guess there's a Heavy Slam or something like that on the Slacking, isn't there? That's gonna hurt. Wow. Wow. All right, but Slacking does go before Jolteon, so I guess you go for a Heavy Slam if you got it into that Comfey. You got to get rid of it. That Comfey, believe it or not, is a big problem. Unless he knows that the Weezing's in the back, and then Weezing just beats that Comfey every day of the week. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I think this is just a... I don't know if he went for a Draining Kiss into the Dango, but a good switch into the Weezing. So thundering that Slacking? No, thundering the Goldango slot, because it just protected. And then you go for a Draining Kiss or whatever it is into that Slacking. If he switches in that Weezing, that's going to hurt. Yeah, here comes the Weezing. And then Slacking gets to go. Comfey. So the turn order is Comfey, Slacking, Jolteon. What happens here? What is he excited about? Worry Seed. It does work. Yeah, so he did go for the Worry Seed. That's really cool. But Slacking gets to go now, though. Because it hasn't... It will work. Oh, so now he can change his moves. Interesting. That actually works out really well for Joey. Yeah, that crit didn't matter. Ah, wait a second. Hold on. It might have. It actually might have because... Yeah, like... It had choice specs on there before and it did what? 65%? Yeah, it might have mattered. Who knows? But Trickham's still up. But yeah, you definitely go for... Yeah, I don't know how you... Ooh, Terra... Ah, this is so hard. Because you have to... You know that Weezing is going to hit that Comfey with like a gunk shot or something, right? And it takes it out. But how do you not go after the Goldango here with a Draining Kiss? This is a hard turn. And then Goldango... But I like Aaron's position here. I don't mind this at all. Because this is really hard. Because if you go for a Protect with a Goldango and he goes for the... Floral Healing's not a bad turn. Let's see. D-Gleam, there it is. And then Make It Rain. Does this go through the Babiri Berry? Yeah, but he still wins, though. I think just getting him on that Terra fighting Terra Blast, that's how it basically ended. Yeah, as soon as that turn happened, that's how the game ended right there. And Joey knew it right when it happened. He's like, he might have been able to claw his way back in, but that's just it. And now you learned a little bit of information. Yeah, because now you know it has Babiri Berry, so if he leads it, and you know about the Worry Seed tech, yeah, you just go for the... But, like, that's also a good turn by Aaron, too, not protecting that turn, right? He probably just saw it a situation where I could just D-Gleam and I pick things up. Yeah, are you just going to D-Gleam here? Are you going to reveal Sludge Bomb? D-Gleam again, that's all you need. Okay. So there goes... you definitely Draining Kiss the Goldango here for your KD. Yeah, you go after the Goldango. Gives you one extra kill. Ah, that's funny. I actually forgot he had one more Pokemon in the back. Tatsugiri is going to take this really well. It is going to give him more HP. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, single target D-Gleam, the Psymesis does. I think it did it last turn too, yeah. You could just keep D-Gleaming or like keep Draining Kissing. Why not? Yeah, why not? I think if you switch in the Goldango, you probably win. I guess, yeah, this is going to be a bit... I feel like he's giving him extra kills here. He should have just let it go down. Muddy Water goes off, and then that's it. Oh, 1 HP, and then D-Gleam, yeah. Nice. That's funny. Funny endgame. Yeah, that was a really good read by... Joey plays so well. He plays so well. Like, that read into the Weezing was so good. And that's exactly... He did exactly what he wanted to do. It's just... like mechanically that's just not how it worked. He was hoping that because it would shut off that first turn, like the neutralizing gas goes off and then the Truant activates that turn, but I didn't think that's how it would be, but I think he was hoping, and that was probably his only out, and he was hoping for that. So I still like Pelipper Jolteon. I think it was just he caught you, right? Pelipper in the back, okay. Comfey's not bad, yeah. I like the Greninja. Don't we like the Greninja here? He locked in so fast. It was, what is it, 15 seconds? He was locked in. I am skipping this because Aaron's not locking in anywhere near that time. No way. He would definitely be talking it out. Yeah, Weezing slacking again. Why not, right? Like, where's the harm? Or is this when you start seeing that Murkrow? Because, like, what does Sunny Day do for you? Palmot and Slacking. Okay, so Slacking does get a turn now, but the next turn he'll have to switch the Weezing and to get it. So I like the Palmot lead. I like that a lot. So it is Terra Grass. I might actually just watch this one because I'm not really sure what they're doing with these leads. Yeah, you got a Terra if you're going to stay in. Electroshot. You don't have the rain. So is he switching in the rain? It's safe, and you could have just Electroshot. But a fake out could be happening here into that Jolteon. Yeah, he wants the defense raise from stamina, so I don't think he's faking out that arch slot. Yeah, I think this is probably just fake out into the Jolteon. Why not? That slacking is okay with the AV. It's going to definitely hit something. So I think he just doubles the Jolteon here, no? Yeah, because I don't think you're using an electric move into that slot. I don't think so. And Palmot goes first, so it can't be an electric move. Yeah, there's the tear animation. Let's see. I think he just doubles that slot, right? Fake out into that slot makes sense. Does Double Edge pick up? Knock off, that's not bad. Yeah, it doesn't do much at all. The ability shield's gone, but the rain's already up. Electro Shot into that slacking. We know it does about 30 or 40%. Yeah, it didn't do that much when he did it in game 1, so he'll be alright. But it does KO the next turn. That did 40%, 45%. Yeah, I think this is when you get a Tailwind up, Joey. I think that makes sense. Man, he locks in so fast. You have so much timer to use, man. Like, just think about it. You might change your mind. I like the idea that the Jolteon's still in the back row. Do you preserve the Palmot here? Or do you just attack the Pelipper to stop the Tailwind? That would be devastating based on your back row. Goldego does outspeed the Arch, so maybe he wants to stop the Tailwind, so maybe this is Double Shock. Because, like, other than a Draco Meteor, what's it doing to your Palmot? And if it has Focus Sash, you definitely stay in here. So yeah, I can see, like, a Double Shock. Electro Web makes sense. Yeah, defense raise. Is he going to knock off the AV and then the back row picks up? Like, because we know that Weezing is probably in the back. Oh, wait a second. The slacking doesn't get to go here. Yeah. Huh. I'm interested here. He just decided to leave it on the field. Yeah, I think this just goes bye-bye now. Yep. Huh. It could have been a calculated situation where he's like, I'm going to take that and I'm going to lower your speed and then there's not a whole lot you can do, but... Huh. What happens here? Is this Goldango? I think so. I think... Yeah, you can't knock... He didn't knock off. I guess he might have been trying to knock off, but I forgot about Truant. Yeah, Goldango comes out. Terra's already in use, so you could just go for a Make It Rain here pretty safely. But Palmot being the fastest thing on the field here. Yeah, Trick Room goes here. Babiri Berry. Do you just... I'm trying to think, like, how are you going to get rid of that Arch? It's +2. It's so scary right now. Goldango is Terra fighting, so it doesn't really benefit him to do that. I think protect Goldango here, right? And it could be a Double Shock, like a Terra Electric Double Shock into that Comfey. That might pick it up. That would be really good, actually. Holy cow, hold on. Protect Terra Electric Double Shock into that Comfey. I don't even know the Terra types, but I think that would be a really good position for Aaron. I don't see any more. Because Babiri Berry makes you survive. Yeah, he's going for the Terra. What is it? What is it? Did I just call it? Yeah, we called it, boys. We called it because there's no way you're doing that into the Arch. Yo, we called that. Does this pick up? This is going to do a lot of damage if it does. Jokes. Oh. He's so mad right now. He's so mad. Oh, that's so good. This is going to do a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Did that crit? He's saying the crit mattered. I don't know if it did. It probably did. Because I knew it was going to be close. Terra Electric Double Shot. Double Shock is 120 power. That did so much damage. Holy crap. He's so mad right now. It's funny. I was just sitting there going like, what's the only play he has here? Yeah, Terra Electric Double Shock into that Comfey is probably the only play. Okay, so now what? So Jolteon is the fastest thing on the field. Yeah, ×2. Yeah, double power Snarl last turn was so good. He's going for another snarl again. I don't think this is over yet. He's still talking about the crit. It would have been really close. That Terra Electric Double Shock. I know Comfey's not a frail Pokemon, but usually people spec it pretty defensive. So, and he's got the Babiri Berry for the Make It Rain, so he might have been spec to survive that. I'm really curious. Let's see if you know what? This is totally worth doing. We're going to do a calc right now. We don't normally do this, folks, so if you don't like this, just skip ahead, but let me see. So, Palmont. I don't think it's going to be Comfey. Let's just do a blank set. It's probably max HP to start with. We're going to go for Terra Electric, Double Shock. Is it Adamant or Jolly? See, that's no bulk. It could be Magnet. Maybe. Like, let's see what's needed. Like, Adamant. Adamant's not a guarantee, so the crit did matter there. But if it's Magnet, I'm actually kind of curious. How much defense would he need? You know what? That's not an unrealistic amount of bulk too, right? 136? No, 140. So 252, 140. That makes Magnet, Terra Electric, Double Shock not be a guaranteed. But he also could have gotten a higher roll. So I'm curious of the item. So if he has a Magnet or a damage boosting item on there, then it did matter the crit. Or sorry, if he didn't, it did matter. But if he does, then I think it was more likely than not to KO. Even if you max it here, yeah, it's still a chance to KO. So I don't think Joey would have gone max. I just don't think so. We could find out if he did. But I just think that, yeah. So we'll have to see the item on Aaron's. Let's see the rest of it. All right, Goldango switch out. People say Golden Go. I say Goldango, but I don't know why. Who's wrong, everybody? Comment down below who's wrong. Goldango or Golden Go? We had a conversation in a poll today asking about, is it Archaludon, or Archaludon? What is it? All right, there goes that Palmot. That is a big turn. Did Aaron lose this? Yeah, Snarl goes off resisted, but it is ×2. Yeah, so now Goldango comes out. Yeah, I think Joey just wins this now. Yeah, Jolteon wins this, but... Is this Electro Web? Oh, yeah, I guess you just Shadow Ball. That's fair. Yo, that one turn, that's all it took. There's a Protect there, and what happens into this slot here? I think he's just hoping to survive a hit here, but Flash Cannon just picks it up, right? It's gotta. Oh, D-Gleam goes off. I thought his only chance was maybe going for, like, the, what's it called? That Sludge Bomb crit or something, but... Yeah, later. He's jazzed up right now. I'm glad that Joey won that game, because we would have heard about that crit all week, wouldn't we? All season. How long did we hear about that Rock Slide miss in week 1? I don't blame him. Let's go for your damage. There you go. Flash Cannon, why not? 100% accurate. And then Shadow Ball goes off. That's GG's. Yeah, I want to watch Aaron's perspective as well. I'm actually really curious of what his mindset was and what items were on there and the movesets and things like that. But if you guys haven't checked it out, go check out Aaron's perspective. If when you're watching this, it is out. As of right now, it's not, which is why I'm watching Joey's. Yeah, so that was a fun match to watch. There was a lot of tech in that match. There was a lot of just crazy offense going right back and forth. There was a lot of timely switching. Some worked, some didn't. So that was a pretty good VGC match. Like, that was probably like something like quality you'd see at a regional. Like, very good plays from both players. Yeah, Joey ended up winning 2-0. So Joey is now 3-1, and Aaron goes down to 2-2, which I'm not worried about Aaron's season. I think he'll be fine. But Joey, he's sitting pretty, looking at one of those playoff spots. There's only 4. So, but anyway, so that is it for the match itself. But we're gonna get into the team breakdown, what we thought, and I'll see you guys in about 2 seconds. Okay, we got our teams that we predicted for this week. We got some right, some wrong. Let's dive into it. Lapras, I started the team with. Unnecessary, no Dozo. So that kind of worked out really well. I'm curious how that would have gone if he did bring the Dondozo-Tatsugiri combo. Like, I know that, like, what did he have on that team for Dondozo-Tatsugiri? Like maybe he might have had Will-O-Wisp on the Weezing. He might have had, sorry. No, let me see. Yeah, he might have had Will-O-Wisp on, no, we had Joey's team. Hold on a second. Maybe he just thought he had enough. Like the Comfey, just getting rid of its ability, setting Trick Room. Maybe there was something on the Greninja, which we didn't see. Endeavor might have been good. Actually, that's probably what it would have been, right? Take the hit, he knocks you down to your sash, use Endeavor, and then the next turn you just take it out. So, no, that would have been it. So, Lapras did not come. We got the Pelipper, we had Tailwind. Hurricane was on the set, Rain Dance and Protect, so we got one of them right. We did get the ability shield right. We didn't see the Greninja set, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, Water Shuriken, Protein, and the item is Focus Sash, but that was on the Basculegion. Chimecho didn't come, but it's pretty comparable to, you know, it had to that Comfey. It had Trick Room, Heal Pulse instead of Floral Healing, but obviously you don't have the Triage, Draining Kiss, or anything for the fairy damage, so damage and then Helping Hand. So Archaludon, I'm pretty sure it was the exact same set. No, he had Snarl. Electro Shot, Flash Cannon, I don't know if it had Body Press, and Draco Meteor. But it did have the AV. Then the Jolteon, I figured he'd bring an offensive one, and he did. The only thing we got wrong on the set was the Terra type, which he didn't end up using, and the Alluring Voice, which we thought would have been good too. He brought Electro Web, which actually helped him out a lot in one of those games. So very, very cool team. Joey's got his team on lockdown right now. It's just going so well. But Aaron's team, we got Goldango. Just the Life Orb, Make It Rain, Shadow Ball. We didn't see Actually, did we see Thunderbolt? I don't remember. But we did get that, and we didn't get... Oh, it was Terra Fighting Terra Blast. That's what it was with Protect. So we did get the whole set. The second one, we had Murkrow. We didn't see it. I had the Sunny Day on there. I would imagine the set would have looked almost just like this. We did see Double Edge. We saw Knockoff. And we didn't really see much else from the Slacking. The Weezing Galar, it was not the spec set. I was very sure, very confident that he was going to be bringing it. But he did have the D-Gleam. I don't think we saw anything else. Did we see a Sludge Bomb? I don't remember. We saw the Thunderbolt, I think, didn't we? Into that Pelipper slot, so that's kind of neat. Dozo didn't come, and then Tatsugiri, it had Choice Scarf, but it didn't have the Storm Drain and the Terra Normal. So very cool teams. We were kind of close. I think we were kind of close. So what were we? Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one, and then on Joey's team we were 4, so 9 for 12. Not bad. Not bad. It's you kind of, when you're prepping for it, like obviously these guys have a better grasp of their teams than I do, but you kind of look at it and you see similarities that they would, and usually the team kind of comes together in some regard. I don't think there's any time that a player would be like, I was not expecting 100% of this. Usually they're pretty right because they have to kind of predict and guess what their opponent's going to bring too. So, but anyway, that is it for this one. Join the Discord, join the conversation, still going. People are getting a lot of help with their prep, so join that. Go check out both videos, Aaron's and Joey's perspectives. I'll have them after the video. Go click on them if you haven't seen them yet. And lots of fun this season. So this is the 2 games I've got from the Saturday. There's 2 more games coming on the Sunday, which I'll end up posting later in the week. So tune in, and you guys will see it pretty soon. I'll probably make a post with a release schedule. But yeah, stay tuned to the channel. We got a playoff push coming up, and there's a couple matches coming up in our next videos, matches 3 and 4 of the week. And then we'll see how it all goes down in week 4. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and peace.